Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Monday, in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side gig. Welcome. Good to see you. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Sorry you are staying up for me. Thank you for staying up. I'll make it worth your while. So I think I titled this, I title it, then I forget what I titled it. But I think I titled it, how is it that the same pain can hit you really different according to the situation, right? And you may think, well, but that may sound obvious, but it's not as obvious it sounds. Does that make sense? That makes no sense, but hopefully you got that. So let me give you a couple of scenarios. Let's say, for example, you're on your way to work. You're on your way to the office or work. You're on your way to work, and on your way to work, on the freeway, let's say you get a flat tire. Okay. Now, you pull over, and first thing you do is you call roadside assistance, right? Team Money, welcome. Good to see you. So you call roadside assistance. Now, meanwhile, you're waiting for the tow truck to come in and, fix the tire, if you would. So it sucks, right? I mean, you get in a flat tire on your way to the office or to work in the morning, and it sucks, right? But let's say, for example, if you got a flat tire on your way to the office, and let's say that it was your office, and let's say that it's a multi-million-dollar brand, and let's say you run the company and you own the company. Now let me ask you a question. Does it stink as bad when you're on your way and you got a flat tire, and it won't matter? You're not late for a meeting, you're not late for anything, it's not going to disrupt anything at all. So you just got a flat tire. Okay. Now let's say you're on your way to work, and on your way to the office, you get a flat tire. Pull over, call AAA. But this time, let's say you're late to work again, and they have warned you over and over again, don't ever be late again. Next time you're late with any type of an excuse, even if it's real, you are fired. Let's say you have a pregnant wife and one toddler at home. Now that flat tire kind of stings a lot more now, doesn't it? So it's the same flat tire. But one, it feels like it's going to end your world. Where one won't matter as much. So what happens there is that, what happens to the flat tire? When can you decide how you should react or respond to the flat tire? Either way, you're going to have to deal with a flat tire. Now, a series of events would lead to you stressing the heck out of this flat tire, because that could end everything for you at your job. A series of, you've been late before, now again, we don't know both sides of the story, right? It could be something else, right? But the fact of the matter is, that's what has happened, and it's led to this point. So it's not about that flat tire that is irritating the heck out of you. There's more behind that flat tire. There's a reason why the guy who's late to, the guy who owns the office and is on his way to the office and gets a flat tire, it won't matter as much, because there's not a lot of stuff backing up to that flat tire. It's just a flat tire to him. Even if it's gonna cause some stuff with the meetings and stuff, he's probably got 2 assistants who's having stuff juggled, and he deals with it, and it's that. But what we do is that instead of taking care of that flat tire, it's like we take a knife and we slash the other 3 tires ourselves. And we disable the heck out of ourselves in a lot of situations. Yeah, we got a flat tire. Yes. There's stuff happening in your life. Yes. There's stuff happening in my life. Yeah, that's very true. It may end your life. Yeah, it's true. But again, it could also save your life. You get a flat tire thinking, hey, thank goodness I got this flat tire. Something was going to happen that was worse to me. Right? So there's always that side too. But the thing is that stings more when other things around it sting too. Let's say, for example, I'll give you a scenario I had a while back. I had, you guys know, I'm no shy about hard times, right? So there was a time I had a commission that was, I think it was $120, right? It was $120, and let me think. It was $120, and I was supposed to get it pay as daily pay. We have a daily pay. So I was supposed to get this as a daily pay. And what happened was I didn't get it as a daily pay. And I was really, really in desperate mode for that $120. And so, anyway, back and forth, I found out why I didn't get the 120 for a daily pay. And right then I was thinking to myself, when they explained it to me, I said, oh, okay, I get it. I understand. I didn't know that. But what I realized then is that, and I should have done this live a while back, but there was something that triggered it today. That's why I did it today. But what I realized back then is that when they explained what happened, and I said, oh, that's such a rookie mistake. And I said, you know what? I tell you what, and I told the lady on the phone this, I said, you know what? The $120 to me means a lot to me right now. But when somebody's making 10, 20, 30, 100, $200,000 a month, $120 doesn't matter as much anymore. It doesn't have the same weight. Just like the flat tire. It carries a different weight because you're in a different situation. It's the same $120. But when you have nothing in your bank account versus you have $120,000 in your bank account, it makes a very, very big difference. So what I want to share with you, when people say money doesn't bring happiness, which I don't understand. That's like the dumbest thing people say. like stuff you can't buy with money. Okay, and then there's stuff that you can buy with money, like a gazillion things. You know what I mean? It's like whatever. There's stuff you can buy with crypto, and there's stuff you can't buy with crypto. It's like whatever. Like people say that money doesn't bring happiness. Okay, whatever. That's because you can't find happiness in other areas of your life, so you cling to something you can't have, or you decide you're not gonna have, and you cling to that as an excuse, right? That's a whole other life. But the people that say money doesn't bring happiness, listen to me. That $120 and that flat tire brought you a whole lot of different types of feelings and emotions in both cases. So you can't tell me it doesn't bring happiness. Okay, well, your poverty doesn't bring happiness, does it? Does that bring happiness? I mean, that's like dumb to say. Hey D, how are you? Welcome, good to see you, right? That's like a dumb thing to say. So when they say that it doesn't bring happiness, like, okay, like, all right. But I'd rather get a flat tire with $120,000 in my bank account than zero in my bank account. I rather have to deal with $120 when I have 120,000 in my bank account versus I have nothing in the bank account. It's a whole different situation. Yeah, it doesn't buy happiness, but it buys a whole heck of a lot of other stuff, right? So please, pretty please, with a cherry on top, don't be naive, like Jim Rohn said, right? Don't be naive. The flat tire is gonna be very different in two different situations, and I tell you what, it would be a nicer feeling and a position to be in when that flat tire won't ruin the entire day or your basically week or month, when you have other things that are positive, right? Now, let's see, it can bring happiness as you can give to the people who need it. Absolutely, right? So one thing is important. Look, the bottom line is this. The pain is going to hit. The pain is going to hit. It may hit and it's going to hurt. It may hit and it may not hurt as much. Either way, the pain is going to hit. Now, the thing is this. You can just, what? You can have it numbed and hit the pain so it won't hurt as much because you've been through it. You've gone through it. You've gone through the journey. You got the rhino skin, right? So I think it's important to recognize that, you know, the pain is going to be there either way. It's just going to be less effective in some cases. It's going to be less effective on this side when you're a little bit more set. So pursue that. You know, I heard somebody say money doesn't bring happiness, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I would argue that, because you know what? I could sit here and say, well, neither does breaking even. Breaking even brings you happiness? I don't get it. Does it? Like joy, happiness? I'm talking happiness, not like, oh, I'm so glad I made it this month. No, that's not what I'm talking about. It's like, oh, I'm so joyful. I'm so happy. Oh my God, I broke even. I could argue that all day. That doesn't bring any happiness. How does that bring any happiness? You know? So with that, I hope you guys got, so I could go on for this for a long time. You can tell already. but I may go on tangents and I may go off. So hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this, but don't go away yet because I do have some news. I actually was gonna drop it in the beginning, I forgot. So a week ago, I mentioned that I got some good news, but I'm waiting for confirmation, right? And some of you have been waiting for this news and have hit me up, hey, what happened to that news? So the news is this, about a couple weeks ago, I got hit up. I got a chat message from somebody, and they said, hey, would you like to be on our show? And I said, what do you mean? And this person is a really successful chiropractor, acupuncturist, herbologist. Like she's like, you know, and she has this show that she brings in every week. She brings in a man guest, and who's contributing to the world, to the neighborhood, or somehow has been a positive influence on, you know, the planet. And she hit me up and she said, would you like to be on that show? And I'm like, are you serious? Oh, heck yeah, I'd love to be on that show. I was so excited. So we've been talking back and forth, and it's definitely confirmed. I'll definitely be on the show, and I'm gonna. It's an hour show, so I'm gonna get. She dropped some of the sample questions for me, and man, these are some deep questions, like deep questions. They're not just regular questions. So she's had some pretty like gangster successful folks on there so far already. So I'm excited to be on that show, and she asked me to be on the show this Friday. So we're gonna shoot the episode this Friday. I think it's gonna air in a couple weeks, so I'll let you guys know when it does air. But I am super stoked. I'm very excited. Short notice, but I'm super stoked. I'm very, very, very humbled by this, and yeah, so it should be fun. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate it. And yeah, she's allowed me to bring and promote my t-shirts, my brand, my collagen, my just whatever I want to promote, and which is pretty awesome. So I'm excited to partake in that. I'm humbled, honestly, with some of these guys. The mayor of the town is gonna be on that show that same day. I mean, come on. Like, oh, thank you for the stars, Jenny. I appreciate it. So yeah, so it's gonna be fun times. I'm excited, and I told. She goes, "You want to prep? You know, I recommend you prep for the questions." And I said, "Nope, I don't want to prep. You just asked me right there." She goes, "Are you sure?" I said, "I am sure. You just ask me right there, and we'll go ahead and answer them." But so I'm gonna start promoting her show as well, obviously. And I think it's a good show. I did promote it that last week, but now it's confirmed, and so yes, that is the news, and that's very good news because I was very excited. This is my yeah, I'm very excited, very excited. So hopefully I'll be able to bring some good content for those who watch it. So with that, hopefully you guys get some love, some inspiration, some value from this. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. If you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you gotta do. Spread the love, tag a couple people, that whole thing. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side gig. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.